Hi there guys, in this video we're going to have a look at some of the features due in 2.3. Now this was created from footage from the two live streams, however I thought I could condense it down to a much smaller format as the two live streams are over about 2 hours. So I just wanted to do a video giving you a quick rundown of what things you can expect. So the first thing we got to see was the command creator, which was dubbed Holo Me. This allows you to actually create a character instead of the standard character we had with a helmet on. So in here we can actually change the face about, change hair, put scars on and patches, change the suit and so forth. So basically it allows you to put your own personal touch on your own character. Whether you design it to be a representation of yourself or somebody else is entirely up to you. You can access it anytime on board your own ship, and you can change your character apparently as much as you like, and you can have all these presets that you can change backwards and forth. So the command creator isn't going to add gameplay as such, it's just a way of personalising your experience, and with the introduction of wings and the camera I can see why they've done it. It does make kind of sense in the way it fits in. So it looked a very powerful tool. The only kind of little thing I thought was a little bit of a disappointment was the lack of long hair. For some characters this is going to be kind of a little bit annoying. The longest hairstyle was kind of down to the shoulder, but I guess they've done that because of the helmet. But regardless, it did look a very strong tool and something that allows you to really customize a character. Now I'm not going to go into detail about it here. If you do want to see the commander creator and all that in detail, I'll post the links of the live streams below so you can have a look for yourself. But this is, like I said, just a quick run through of what kind of things to expect. So the next big feature of 2.3 is multi-crew. This is where a single ship can have multiple commanders on board instead of just being empty. There are 3 different roles. You've got the helmsperson, which is the owner of the ship. These control the flight, power distribution, fixed and gimbaled weapons and frameshift drive. Next we have the fighter role. These control a ship launch fighter. As of 2.3 you'll be able to launch 2 of them. I don't think you can have 2 AI ship launch fighters though. You can only have 2 humans or a human and a AI player. And then finally we have the gunner role. The gunner role has control of all the turreted weapons as well as missile weapons. They can fire them at any direction. They also have this external view which gives them a much better field of vision around the ship. And as you can see, the ship is kind of kept in the scene all the time, so you've got an idea of roughly where it is in relationship. So what they've done to try and make it a bit easier to find other players is to make a sort of looking for group system. On this there is an option to select lawless or lawful games, and the difference is if you attack something you shouldn't in a lawful game you will get automatically removed from the ship, which makes sense and it's something I was kind of worried about of other players joining you, so that should hopefully stop that from happening. Another thing what they've done in 2.3 is bounties will no longer be shared and they will be given equally among players. This is kind of trying to reward players that are working together in either groups or multiple crews, and I can see that's going to be quite an incentive in a lot. It wasn't very nice actually splitting the bounties up. So we also got to see the Dolphin. Now this looks like it's a passenger style ship. I'm guessing it's a small style one as it's based on the Orca and the Beluga. I always like seeing new ships added to the game because they always add a bit more mix to the game, and something I think is always a good thing. Whether there's any more than one ship we don't know at this point, but hopefully there might be a couple of others as well. But this definitely has been confirmed that it's coming in 2.3, so at least we've got one new ship to look forward to. So the next thing we got to see was a Megaship. Now these are gigantic ships that are kind of like stations. Some of them will apparently let you land and some won't. Whether they can move and jump is a good question. It'd be highly interesting to see if that is the case. Whether they can jump when you're on board is another good question. That could add some really dynamics to the game. And finally, the last thing we got to see was the camera suit. Now this is an upgraded version of the debug camera. Whilst the debug camera got the job done, it wasn't that great. It would sort of stop you being able to do quite a lot of things because basically you haven't got that much control. However, with the camera suit that should be no longer the case. You've got things like zoom in, blurs, you can move much further away, you can go right into the cockpit, you can have different cameras. So this should allow content providers to make much better content and stuff that we couldn't make before. So for the content providers, this could be very, very interesting. For the average player, you may not see it that exciting. It does allow you to control the ship from an external view, which I can't see adding any sort of cheating as such, because you don't have access to the HUD and all stuff like that. So I can't see it affecting gameplay necessarily, but it should allow content providers to provide much better videos and videos they couldn't normally do. There is one more thing in 2.3, that is ship naming. For many commanders, that's something they've been wanting to do for quite a long time, but in 2.3 you'll be able to do that. So anyway guys, that's a look at 2.3 and some of the features you might expect. Like I said, this was based on them 2 live streams, which are an hour each. I will post a link of them in the description below, because you may find it very interesting watching them. But this video was kind of just to give you a quick run through of some of the things that you might expect, and to make it a bit more easier. As like I said, the live streams can be quite a long time. Anyway guys, if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. They're always greatly welcome. How do you feel about these changes? What things do you kind of like? Which ones you don't you like? Would you like to see some more ships added? So like I said, post your comments below. If you do like the video, please like it, that really helps me. And another big thing that helps is subscribing, if you haven't already done that. Anyway guys, take care and have fun out there.